Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the Alamo Drafthouse. Uh, there's only about three of you in here. um, my name is Eve, I'm sure most of you know me. I'm usually your server, and I'm here to host Bordello of Blood, Tales from the Crypt Presents. Bordello of Blood is a movie I saw in August of 1996. It was like the third or fourth week it came out in August. And there was, it was about I saw it here in Movie Land. It was Theater 4, and there was maybe about three more people than there are here. The movie was a big disaster. It was a big flop financially and critically. But I saw it because most of us here saw Demon Knight, which was really awesome in '95. So the follow-up sequel was Bordello of Blood, and the reason why it was Bordello of Blood is because Universal didn't want Robert Zemeckis to leave Universal. And they said, listen, what can we do to get you to not leave? And he said, hey, I have the script that Bob Gale and I wrote. Bob Gale's the writer of Back to the Future. We wrote this script in college called Bordello of Blood, and we want to make that as the next Tales from the Crypt movie. There was actually supposed to be, I think about a trilogy. There was supposed to be a third movie called Fat Tuesday, which took place in New Orleans. Obviously, the failure of Bordello of Blood never sanctioned that movie to be made. So you have this film. This movie, apparently, according to Corey Feldman, had a lot of production problems, mainly due to Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller never wanted to be in the movie. He declined each time. Joel Silver, the producer, he's a big Hollywood producer. He did the Lethal Weapon films and Die Hard and most action movies from the 80s and 90s. He offered Miller $1 million and said, hey, I want you to be in this movie. So Miller accepted. And also, the movie was shot in Vancouver instead of LA because Joel Silver didn't want to use the unions in LA because they were too expensive. So as like an FU to them, he's like, oh, we'll shoot in Vancouver. So they casted Erika Elenick, Corey Feldman, Dennis Miller, and so on and so on. And according to Corey Feldman, Miller had the whole schedule revolve around him. He pretty much wanted to be shot out of the picture. He kind of only wanted to do the scenes where he really had to be there, versus scenes where he could be there, but other actors were talking to him. So most of the actors had to really revolve their schedules around him. And some scenes when they're talking, you think they're talking to him, they're not talking to him, they're talking to somebody else, the script girl. So that caused a lot of bit of problems for Angie Everhart, Corey Feldman, Erika Elenick. Corey Feldman was kind of like the glue in this film, and he tried to get to know his cast. He said, first night, Dennis Miller, hey, how are you, nice to meet you, and Dennis Miller just straight up said to him, I'm a loner, I work by myself, I do everything myself. Nice to meet you, but whatever. Erika Elenick, we all know from Under Siege 1. She was overly professional. Corey Feldman reached out to her. She was like, no, I do things professionally. So he's like, what the hell's going on here? Apparently Angie Everhart was a sweetheart during this movie, but nobody could talk to her because she was Stallone's girlfriend at the time. So when she was making this movie, everybody was told back away from her, don't talk to her, don't look at her. But apparently she was super nice. So yeah, Dennis Miller kind of ruined the production of this movie. He even shunned it when he got interviewed on Tonight shows. They asked him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, this movie, it's probably gonna bomb. It's gonna flop." He pulled a Bill Cosby did with Leonard Part 6. If any of you remember that. And it's unfortunate. The movie visually looks great. It looks like a cool horror film. The graveyard scenes are great. It has a ghostly feel to it. Unfortunately, it's not the same director as the first movie, Demon Knight, which is Ernest R. Dickerson. This one is Gilbert Adler, who directed a lot of the shows along with Ernest R. Dickerson, if you all remember the Tales from the Crypt TV show. Yeah, visually it's great, but just story-wise, it's all, unfortunately, just the focus is the nudity of these vampires. It's just an ultra, like a strip show for a horror movie. It's kind of weird, you expect horror, but it's more comedy. But it's still a good time, don't get me wrong. I have it on Blu-ray and I watch it, once in a while. It's not as good as Demon Knight, but it's still fun. And even though Dennis Miller was like a dick making this movie, I would say he's pretty good in the film. I appreciate his approach to the material. He's playing like a very sarcastic, wisecracking detective, and it works for him. But I can see the movie's a mess, but hey, we're here to have fun, so I want you guys to enjoy it. It is October. It's almost Halloween in a few weeks, so please remember, no talking, no texting, and enjoy the movie, okay? I hope it's as good as you guys remember. So welcome back to the Alamo. Enjoy.